That's so oh no! This looks so bad. Let's see here. Oh, much better. Okay, enough of that stuff. Hey guys, ModAPI with update 73 in the forest. We have a icon grouping option now in the menu under gameplay. When you're far enough away from a set of icons that are similar in color and type, they will turn into one. Quite handy. When you get closer, they will separate out individually, but this way it can control better what your long distance view is. The flags are different than the houses, so they separate, and different colors are separate from each other. So keep that in mind if you want to minimize the clutter on your map. As you see, it looks much better, but you definitely could be shooting yourself in the foot if you want to optimize the grouping. You can, of course, turn off that stuff too. You can shoot through the plants now, so like if it hits a plant, it's not going to stop there or anything like that. It's going to fire right through. It's going to hit the tree or the whatever object is behind it. That's quite helpful for hunting and fighting in the forest. Said something similar about the bone fences, but am not a believer. I may have done something wrong or understood it wrong though. Catapults on the back end will now make sure you have room to stand there when you're trying to place them. Which is pretty helpful. It's a nice quality of life, although sometimes I did goofy things with that not being calculated, but in the long run probably better. Machete and swiping down saplings and stuff like that said it was supposed to be better. Not sure I feel that way, but you know, perhaps it's like more rewarded items and I just don't remember how many I got. As you see from holding it and also the animation, it's been updated to look better. So in the water skin, you're using your two hands. That's kind of cool. The posts in the large raft can no longer be built inside, along with the stairs. However, you can of course build elsewhere, and you can still do this goofy stair thing, which American Sound and I have a great video on rocketing around and an updated one with Animator. I'll put a link in the description and comments if you want to see some large raft fun. And it can be quite fun. Also a little laggy. They might fix it at some point, but I enjoy it. When you have a flashlight out and you try to light stuff on fire, you can't because, hey, flashlights don't light stuff. However, now when you press the light button with something lightable, you pull out your lighter. That's quite helpful, so you don't feel so bad going into the caves with a flashlight and a lightable axe on your other hand. And you light your boat on fire as you do. New menu for the continue game as well as new game. Under continue game, it's just kind of organized a little bit better. And under the new game, it will now show you the modes and kind of what they mean. It's not super detailed, but it's enough to have a strong idea of what it means without it coming in with like percents and stuff like that. That's a lot of the visual changes for update 73 in the forest. Of course, there's lots of bug fixes, which I'll put a link and you can read down below. But they also have some major information on 1.0 release. So they're heading into the 1.0 stretch now, which means we don't know when the next update's coming out. They said it'll be to be determined. It might be quite a while until we see the next update, but it's going to be quite a major one. They said they will be doing release candidates. I don't know if that means they're just going to tell us what they're doing, or if they're actually going to like do major jumps. So like the next one might be 85 or 95 or something like that. It might be like 1.A, 1.B. But we might be getting some news releases before it's actually fully released because they wanted to stay up to date with us. So definitely look forward to that. And I'd just like to read some of the things that they've stated about this. So they said on the release of 1.0, the price will increase from $15 to $20. That's USD. And of course, that doesn't include sales and stuff like that. But the price will increase $5. Including, and I quote here, there are a bunch of new features we've been working on for 1.0 and want to give everyone an idea as to what we're planning on shipping with. Languages and controller support will be improved and officially supported. We're going to be adding new reasons and resources for killing the creepies. Adding myself, that's awesome. I've really wanted that for a long time, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. Creepies including things like Virginia Cowmen and Armsies. There will be a rethinking of the cold and warm system, including a new warm suit. I believe we've seen warm suits in the game before in the cold region. It was an orange suit, and I wonder if that's what they mean. Also, they didn't mention it, but the sanity in the book, still not sure what they're going to do with that. Maybe they're going to remove it. I always thought it could relate to the ending of the game, but you know, who knows. Continuing on, new buildables will be added. That's very cool. There will be some big performance optimizations, especially for late game saves. Changes and improvements to how multiplayer save games work, and along with this, a bunch of dedicated server improvements. Very cool. The multiplayer clothing system is being improved and expanded with new systems to allow you to switch outfits. Oh my god, I wanted this so long. I killed myself so many times, and others, to show off the clothing and update videos. But this is nice. We'll also give some details about a VR game mode when we are closer to release. That's cool. Could be quite scary running through the caves with mutants screaming at you. Along with a bunch more we don't have room to include here. We have some really crazy and fun surprises in store, especially regarding the ending, and are really excited to see what people think. That's cool. I definitely hope they add a little bit, maybe, I don't know, ad or options or whatever. I talked about it before, I don't want to spoil anything in here, but people know my ideas and suggestions and feelings, and it's cool to hear. To focus on pushing this out, we're going to stop doing the smaller time patches to keep everyone involved in the process leading up to the launch, and to help ensure the release is as good as it can be, we will be putting out release candidates as we get closer to the first final. Maybe I'm just too dumb, but release candidates sound like 1.A, 1.B, so like we might actually get a patch before the patch, or they could just be like, this is what we're doing, have fun. So I will be doing news or update videos as they come, but you know, you might have to wait a little while for that. I have a big old playlist of update videos if you want to see how we've come from, I think 25 is when I started doing update videos. They generally have little intros, music, you know, I try to make them exciting and peaceful to listen to. A lot of people say they use them to go to sleep. But, you know, whatever works for you. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, the DLC, Hidden Ones, and we will be playing the other one as it comes out in March, and other games, finishing Wolfenstein. Man, I am slow, but hey, hey, that's how I work, I guess. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and you're really excited about the forest that's coming out of release, VR mode, new buildables, a whole bunch of stuff, surprises in store. So we're not done, and we have one of maybe the biggest changes coming up for sure. That's really good information. Hopefully people are in a place where they really enjoy the game, and if you have friends that you think will enjoy the game, you might want to get them to know about it now before the price increases. Finally, I just want to add as a reminder, as I've said this in like the last 5 patches, we do know that PS4 is coming, and they have said previously that they will be talking about PS4 releases once they've finished the game, and you know, it's in a great state on PC. And hey, guess what? 1.0 release would be a great state, wouldn't you think? So for those console waiters just watching the game and hanging out, even though I've said this in the last 5 patches, just one more time at least, your time's coming. So, you know, if you wanted to play it on console, or you just want them, you know, on both or whatever like that, we're coming there. It might be this year. It does take some time to port something, so, you know, maybe you hear about it this year and it's next, but you should be getting something this year, is my guess. They haven't said that you will, but I'm telling you, like, I'm personally thinking you will. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and, you know, as it is a Friday, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day.